What do you say to some of the people who say, you know what, we love what the EFF is doing, but the manner in which their leader speaks about foreigners somehow dissuades us?
Don't vote for me. I don't want that vote. I don't want a xenophobic vote. I love my African people. The same way I love my mother and my grandmother. I'm in love with Africans. Africans are hated everywhere. You go to America, the black skin is a source of hatred. You go to UK, a black skin is a source of hatred. You're asking me to join in the hatred of black people. I know what the hatred of my skin did during apartheid. I'm not going to do that. It's not entirely correct. Yes, there are illegal immigrants that commit crime in South Africa, but it's not out of hand. It is not an issue that is uncontrollable. And that's how we are going to get defeated when we deal with crime, if we don't make a proper diagnosis. And the diagnostic report that said illegal immigrants are the ones who are committing crime is going to lead into a wrong prescription of how we solve this illness. So there's no such a problem. Secondly, everybody must have documents. Even me, I'm not an illegal immigrant. I've got documents of being a South African. I've got an address. Let's regularize these so-called illegal immigrants who are here. Many of them are here because they are seeking asylum. Many of them are here because of political reasons. Many of them are here because of economic reasons that are happening in their countries. I'm not going to join a chorus that says we need to push them away. Many of them are not committing any crime. Yeah. So we need to make sure that we regularize it. We are able to put them in proper places where they can be located.
What do you say to some of the people who say, you know what, we love what the EFF is doing, but the manner in which their leader speaks about foreigners, so to speak, somehow dissuades us?
Don't vote for me. I don't want that vote. I don't want a xenophobic vote. I love my African people. The same way I love my mother and my grandmother. I'm in love with Africans. Africans are hated everywhere. You go to America, the black skin is a source of hatred. You go to UK, a black skin is a source of hatred. You're asking me to join in the hatred of black people. I know what the hatred of my skin did during apartheid. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be asked that I should stand at the border, at the fence between Limpopo and Zimbabwe and block a mother who's carrying a child, only crossing to get a medication in Musina and going back to Zimbabwe because there is a problem in Zimbabwe. I refuse to join that chorus. And if that will not make me the president of this country, I'm happy that let me die with my conscience being clear than being a president who has emerged through selling out his own soul. Nobody asked me to feel like this. Yeah. I feel very strongly about black people. I feel very strong about African continent. And I would rather not be a president because I know for a fact that this is an establishment that is spreading this anti-blackness that we experience everywhere else. It's not true. There's jobs in the restaurants. These Lesotho women who are working in our houses. Yeah. Our sisters don't want to work there. They've gone to schools. They want quality jobs. Not that they look down on these jobs. They are saying, I cannot, with a diploma, with N6, with qualifications, go and be a domestic worker. Yeah. We want more. Who wants to go and work and be paid with wine in the Cape Farms? Who wants to do that of South Africans? Yeah. Let me and you take trucks and buses now and go and fetch those foreigners who are working there during harvesting season in the Cape wines. Let's go and take them and let's see what's going to happen to those Cape wines. All of those grapes are going to get rotten because our people will never agree to work in exchange for wine. Never will I. Nothing will persuade me. Not the results of the elections, not a gun on my head, not any form of intimidation will persuade me to hate on black people. I will never hate on Africans, not even for votes. Do not vote for me if you don't love Africans and you want me to hate them. I won't do that.
I think you're very,
Yes.
you've even become emotional when it comes to
Yes,
the
I
issue.
won't do that. Yes.
Let's come back home to the issues organizational. Maybe let's touch on your friend, by the way. He's the Secretary General.
Yeah.
So did you congratulate him? Did you call
Well,
him?
I met him several times since he won. I congratulated him. I have nothing against him. And I'm very happy for him.
So are you not worried that he may bring that kind of energy that the EFF has been tapping on in terms of getting the vote and all those things? I mean, this is someone you worked with. In fact, you learned a lot from him as well.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you know, the good thing with the chief is that he's a hard worker.
yeah.
Whatever he puts his hands on turns into gold. He works and he doesn't compromise when it comes to work. He is very unfortunate that he will be trying very hard to wake up a dead horse, and it's biologically and scientifically and materially difficult and impossible to do that. And he knows that. He knows that he's going to try, but he knows that it is not possible. He's not going to get anything out of it. He's just going to try with what is remaining. Highly divided organization. Yeah. If you want to kill an organization, you must make the president not work with the deputy president, or make the president fight with the secretary general. Look at that deployment committee they announced today. All of it is Cyril's people against Paul Mashatile. He's just presiding over something that he will not be knowing anything about it. How do you take Paul Mashatile to come to the State of the Nation address as an MP and put him at the back there, and then be swallowed by Mandla Mandela, that giant? You can't even see Paul when he's sitting, because there is some traditional leader wannabe who's sitting next to him there. Let me tell you, the seats in parliament are party seats. You put people according to their seniorities. They are not government seat, they are not parliament seat. So to show you are dealing with a crisis, you take a deputy president at the back of your party, and you put some German cat and deputy chief whip of the ANC in the front row. They are no seniors. So what are you dealing with? Already the voters can see there is a problem. So have all speakers speaking of your party. ANC speakers, they are not government speakers. With only that man who sounded like he's not mentally stable from Northwest, the premier, acknowledging Paul. All the speakers did not acknowledge their deputy president's existence in that parliament. And then you come and tell me Mbalula is going to come and turn these things around, because it's Mbalula's responsibility to look after his officials and make sure, both in their image and in their person, they are not violated and undermined, because that is equal to undermining of the organization. Just 2 months after the conference, already this is in full display. The president gone against, you said we'll talk about ESCOM, gone against the ANC resolution on where ESCOM should go. The Secretary General's responsibility, among other things, is to defend the resolutions of the conference. He has already failed.
There you have it, guys. Julius Malema is usually full of these revolutionary speeches. Sometimes you wonder where he gets them from. But whatever the case is, we really hope that his wisdom transcends, and really contributes to the development of Africa and in helping solving Africa's really myriad of challenges. But what do you guys think about his speech? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please share and like and subscribe, because that's the way you support Kwazemi as a channel, an Afrocentric channel, where we try to understand deeper issues in African history and hopefully develop a collective intelligence on how we wish to build the Africa we want to see as people of Africa. See you in the next one.